Mama G here, the face behind Piercing Creations, and today we are going to make a geode. I love geodes so much. They're so beautiful, and the first time that I made a geode tumbler, I was hooked, and I knew I had to make another one. So I got this glitter from Obsessed Glitter Co., and it's called Gilbert. It's purple with this green shift and like a gold, and it is so pretty, and I knew I needed this to be a focal point of a geode. Right in the center, beautiful. So then I looked through my glitter collection and tried to see what I could get to go with this Gilbert, because it's just gorgeous. So I also have from Obsessed Glitter Co. Ipkiss, which is a gorgeous green with like another gold flip. So I mean, you know, you can't have one without the other. It's just super pretty. Then for an extra little something, I found some Jack and Rose. It's a different type of purple than in Gilbert, but it brings it all together, and it's just gorgeous. Love it. And then the icing on the cake, the last one, is Mars. All from Obsessed Glitter Co. I love this color. It's the perfect shade of pale purple. So these are going to be the main parts of the inside of my geode. And then on the outside, I'm going to use from Obsessed Glitter Co. Alley. This is this gorgeous opal with pink undertones. Even though it ends up looking green on my cup, it's still gorgeous, and I love it. And then for the lines, I knew as soon as I saw that Gilbert that I had to use this gold Posca marker for the outline. And then I also have light purple, dark purple. So we are going to use these three to make the lines on our geode. Let's get it. I am starting with a 14-ounce camper mug from Craft Haven, and I really like their cups a lot. I am using this pen to draw the basis of an outline for my geode. If you notice at the top part of the most intersection, there is a chunk of the spray paint that kind of was a little bit bumpy there. So I'm going to put the thickest part of my chunky mix right there on the center of that. So I counted how many glitter colors I have, and then that's how many sections I am going to put in my geode. So once I got them all done, then I flipped it over and went to the other side and made sure, don't forget your bottom. And I am not making the lines perfectly straight. I am actually hungry at this point, so my hands are kind of shaky, which was a benefit in making these lines, because as we know, geodes aren't perfect. They're all kinds of squiggly squaggly, so that's what I do. I just let the pen go and do it at once, and I do not worry about staying within those lines. It's just kind of a little like template kind of. I got both outlines done, and now it's time to move on to the glitter. I'm using Mod Podge to apply my glitter, and I am not worrying about tinting the Mod Podge because it's just going to be in small sections. So I'm going to go in first with Gilbert from Obsessed Glitter Co. And I really, really love this color. This is a Patreon exclusive glitter. So if you want this one, you have to join the Patreon group. But this glitter was the initial basis for this geode. So I started with that and then chose all of the other colors accordingly. So this has an awesome color shift between purple and green. If you're familiar with the movie What's Eating Gilbert Grape, that's what this is named after, because it just really gave me like grapevine vibes with the purple and the green. What's Eating Gilbert Grape is a great movie with Johnny Depp and Leonardo DiCaprio, and Leo should have won an Oscar for this one many moons ago, but as we all know, that didn't happen then. That color is so amazing. So now I'm going with the next section, and like I said before, you do not have to follow the lines perfectly. It's just giving you kind of a basis. I like to have that little guide of where to go, and if I stay in it, cool. If I don't, even cooler, because like I said, geodes aren't perfect. So that's where I go. It just shows me kind of how much to use, and then I just go with the flow. And this next color that I'm using is Jack and Rose from Obsessed Glitter Co. It's this beautiful raspberry hollow that is just super pretty. And it goes perfect with that Gilbert. So once that's done, I go to the other side and I do the same thing. We all know Jack and Rose is from Titanic, and I don't know why this made me think of them, but it did, and it stuck. This is such a beautiful raspberry color, which was perfect for the next step of my geode on top of Gilbert. Gorgeous. Love that color. Patty pat pat pat. See, none of my lines are perfect, but it's just how I wanted it. I absolutely love making geodes, and I was really excited to make one on this camper mug. So now it's on to the next section. Do a little sploogey of the Mod Podge, following close-ish to that guideline, but not really sweating, really staying in the line. And this is Ipkiss from Obsessed Glitter Co. Green is my all-time favorite color, and I love this green so much. It made me think of The Mask with Jim Carrey, Stanley Ipkiss. It's just, I love that movie. And as you can see here, even though I patted it down, there were a couple spots that I didn't get all the way, so I went back in with a little dabby of Mod Podge and then sprinkled some more of the Ipkiss on top and did a little pat pat pat, and it was much better. That way I didn't have to do 2 full coats, and I did not wait till it was dry to do that. I just did it right away. So that way it was still kind of wet. I didn't have to use a ton of Mod Podge, but just an extra little blobby to hold that new glitter on. Now I'm on the next section, that'll be on the bottom. I just love the combination of these colors. Man, this Ipkiss is so beautiful. Somebody stop me, because I cannot get enough of Ipkiss. And again on this side, I'm adding a few little more blobbies and a little more glitter to fill in those sections that were missed. Some more splooging of the Mod Podge and getting ready to do my last color for the center of this geode. I'm so excited to see the end result of this. Color is Mars, and it is the perfect purple, lilac, lavender, pastel color to have as a topping for this geode. It is also by Obsessed Glitter Co.
on to the other side, and this lavender lilac color really sets this geode off and like completes the whole look, and I am super duper excited about it.
From Obsessed Glitter Co. And I love this color so much. So once I get the handle all covered, then I will move on to the rest of the cup. It is kind of a pain working with handled cups, but I just love it so much because there's just something about a good handle. Such a beautiful opal with pink tones in it, whereas the other opal, Kevin, has more like a green undertones, which I do love green, but there's just something about this, and even though it does look more green on this cup, it's a beautiful color. Get in the frame. Sometime today. Oh, there we go. Absolutely love this. This is after one coat of epoxy, and I only did one coat so I can leave it textured so I could really feel the texture of the geode. And next, I'm just outlining each section with Posca markers. I'm using two different kinds of purple and a gold. So I just held up the marker to see which one I like best with that first section. I didn't want the dark purple to get too lost, so I first started with that light purple. And as I'm drawing these lines in the sections, I will tell you the inspiration behind this cup. I have a picture that I will add of Gideon when he was 3 years old, and we went to the Great Lakes Science Center in Cleveland, Ohio, and they had this massive geode there. The center of it was purple. I mean, this geode was huge, and he used to be obsessed with rocks. So when he saw this geode, I had to take his picture next to it. There was even ropes that were like, don't go in there, and he said, forget all that. He went in there and looked at it up close. I obviously had him come out. He didn't touch anything. He just wanted to see up close what it looked like inside, and it was beautiful. So I knew that the next geode that I did, I wanted it to be purple to remind me of that. I love the way that gold looks in between that Ipkiss and that Jack and Rose. It's so pretty. And then that dark purple just makes everything else pop. All I'm doing is just following the lines of the glitter, and like I've said a million times, it doesn't have to be perfect. That's not the way geodes are. So whatever way the glitter went, squiggly scoop outside the lines. I just followed it with the acrylic Posca marker. So pretty. I'm getting so excited at this point because it's turning out exactly how I was picturing in my head. And then the final section around the outside, I am making gold just to make it pop just a little bit more. I really like that gold marker, and I wanted to have 2 lines of gold on this geode. See how it even got close there? That's okay. That's how I like it. It was just so pretty, and it really helped that Mars glitter stand out. All the way around to the bottom. Gorgeous. Look at that. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. Now go to the other side and do it all again. Whenever doing a geode, when you do the lines with the acrylic markers, always start at the inside. And it's probably a common sense thing, but you know, it's all right. Start at the inside instead of the outside. That way your hand doesn't smear the lines that you're doing as you're going along. Just found the little bumpy bumps. And if you forget what order you went in, like I did, all you have to do is check the other side. Final line of gold on the outside. So pretty. I knew as soon as I used that Gilbert in the center that I wanted to have a gold line in there somewhere. I just didn't want it right up against the Gilbert because I wanted it to stand out with another color. Oh my gosh, making this geode was so much fun. How beautiful is that? With all those colors. I'm telling you, you need to check out Obsessed Glitter Co. because they've got some really good glitter. See, and never forget to sign your artwork. A wise man once told me that. I love it, and I love how it's textured and you can feel it so it feels like an actual geode. If you go on Obsessed Glitter Co.'s website, I will leave the link in the description, and if you sign up for their emails, you will get 10% off your first purchase. Run, don't walk. I wonder what geode I can do next.